What's up, you filthy casuals? Welcome to the Casual Shenanigans Gaming podcast, a podcast all about the irreverent love of gaming and the internet in general. I'm one of your hosts, Jeremiah, and tonight I'm joined by Dave.
Hey, guys.
Debbie.
Guys.
And Joel.
Hey.
It's a little longer and a little sadder every time.
I'm getting over them.
Why get over it?
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm just getting over that.
All I'm going to say is if you guys don't listen to the warm-ups, this is a good month to check out the warm-up for this episode. Joel learned about new things on the internet.
New ways to film problems. All right, as we're starting the show this week, we have an important announcement. Joel has been out for the past week or so. He's been in and out because, like other things that he just saw in GroupMe, because of a ping pong tournament he was participating in, which is a real thing, and that's not a joke. This next part's also not a joke. We are going to be moving recording of the podcast, the live recordings, which are normally Thursday nights at 8 p.m. We're going to start recording them Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. for the time being. Joel, would you like to let everybody know what's going to be happening on Thursday nights?
Ping pong tournament. Laying down some
not
ping
tournament, a
and
league.
pong.
A league.
Yeah, sorry, a league. Yeah, a league.
He's been
Joining
called
a league
up.
in town.
The phone rang. It was like draft day in the NFL.
Okay, well, me and Eric, we found out that there was one in our town. I was like, oh shit, yeah.
Dude, if there was like a car club that wasn't full of people vaping constantly in my town, I would be there every week too.
Why? Does that bother you, Jeremiah? Does vaping bother you?
It doesn't. But when I showed up, I was like, oh, this isn't really a car club. This is...
Oh, really? So, I mean, they might not... So, I'm sure they probably do know their car stuff and enjoy vaping.
No, this was a stand in a circle near the cars, just vaping. People weren't really talking about the cars at all.
Like a drift in a circle,
a
you know,
donut?
where it's like vaping a cloud around it.
Yeah,
I just want to point out again that this is our first change in the podcast schedule in like 4+ years, and it's because of Joel's ping pong tournament.
not tournament, league.
I said you guys could have done just
I know, but we don't...
one without,
No,
one with.
no, because
one
then
without.
it's going to be a struggle every week, and I don't want to pull you away from your real passion, the paddles.
It's not going to be a struggle. I said every other week I could have done that.
I know, but you're an integral part of the podcast. It wouldn't be right.
His real passions, that would be everything but Norman?
No, Norman's going real... Actually, Joel, while we're on you, give everybody the latest update on Norman.
With our book.
Yeah, I released a video on the Facebook page, Kickstarter, and normanthefilm.com. We finished the collector's booklet. So there was about 10 or 12 people that purchased that tier level reward when the Kickstarter was back in 2014 when I did it. And finally kind of started to fulfill those rewards. So that's been really cool, like knowing, all right, that's one step done. And Jonah is starting on audio this week again.
Nice.
And he's hoping to be going through the end of the year. So hopefully he'll make some really good progress. So it's one of those things. My brother's he's having a kid in like 3 or 4 weeks, I think. So he's kind of bringing his whole studio home, so he can kind of, because he's like, yeah, I know there's gonna be some late nights, so I'm just gonna try to be working on Norman in the evening, you know, back and forth. So I'm hoping, you know, I'm praying that he'll be able to have some kind of a good amount of time to work on it, but that's not stressful, but he can kind of keep some consistency on it. So
Cool.
Making our way.
Cool.
Do you know when people can actually just order the book, Joel? Is that in the works still?
I'm
book?
right now I'm planning to not release it until after the movie's done.
Because it's like an exclusive perk. For,
and there's a little bit of spoilers in it. I'm not really too worried about that, really, but it's more of the Kickstarter backers that did it. I want to make sure they got it first. And while I have the money, as I'm kind of slowly buying the copies and shipping them off when I'm able to. So I'm kind of like trying to tackle it because I know at the end of the Kickstarter, there's so much you have to do for even shipping off the DVDs and stuff. It's going to be hectic. So I'm like, I just want to get this part done while I can.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. Well, this is a podcast all about the irreverent love of gaming. We record live, by the time you hear this, live at Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. youtube.com/casualshenanigans. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But you can also follow us afterwards. You know, the episodes get released on iTunes, on Stitcher, on your podcast service of choice, and our YouTube channel Monday mornings, although I may start trying to get them out on Fridays now, so there's less of a delay between when we record and when they go up. If we're recording on Wednesdays, that's probably pretty doable. So And you can, of course, follow us on Twitter at Casual Shenanigans, and we have a Facebook and a website and all that stuff, which is always in the description of every video. And thank you to all our Patreon supporters who help us fund a lot of this stuff, because we couldn't do it without you. And we are working on ideas for things for you. We have a lot of ideas for Casual Shenanigans originals, just a matter of working out scheduling. Those of you who pledge at the higher tier on Patreon, you guys should have seen your dumb thing if you missed it. Your dumb thing for the month of September was Joel reacting to vape videos, vape compilations on YouTube. And it was fantastic.
It's really good.
I didn't know about the dumb thing. It's cool.
But none of those are what we're really here to talk about tonight. Our main topic tonight, which is how we always start the podcast, every podcast, is Fall 2016 Hype Train. So there are a lot of awesome games coming out this fall, and we're just going to talk about what we are all excited about. Now, there's no like consensus that we're all excited for just one game or anything. But
there's one.
Battlefield 1.
Joel, do you know what game I'm really excited for this fall? Just really excited for?
What game could you really go for?
The only game that matters.
Oh my.
Maybe a little Battlefield 1. Anybody?
I thought you were going to say Gwent.
Yeah, I thought Gwent
You were
too.
wrong, Dave. Gwent will
Joel,
always be there. Battlefield will come
Battlefield
and go.
1 first. It comes out first. You got to prioritize, man. We're
mean,
not going to survive.
that's the only reason
if
we
you
are
don't
playing
make
it.
priorities.
I know, it's true. If it doesn't come out first, we're so
I'm sad that I didn't try this without my head with my headphones on here, so this is not gonna actually work at all.
It actually fits perfect, Dave. Keep it on.
Yeah, it's like a double.
Yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't for the headphones, it would look so good, though.
I think it looks good as is. You should just roll with it.
I should just sideways.
Yeah, there you go.
No. Please, Dave, no.
Perfect.
Joel, besides Battlefield 1, what else are you excited for this fall? What's coming out soon that is tickling your fancy and making you having to make a lot of hard decisions?
Well, one that just kind of came out. I mean, the BioShock collection. I'm really excited to play that.
Hey, you can pick it up from me on Sunday
yeah.
if you want.
Yep. Really. I have to say no because I know as soon as I get that game, that's all I'm going to play. I'm going to put every game aside and just plow through every last BioShock game until I'm done. I'm like, crap. Because I'm really enjoying Deus Ex, really enjoying Nuka World, really enjoying Witcher 3 right now. And I need to actually finish those because I'm going to have too many games. It's going to be really hard. But yeah, Battlefield 1, Dark Souls 3 DLC comes out in like 30 days as well. Oh my gosh, just too many. And then Star Wars just came out because I got back from vacation, and Star Wars is waiting for me.
The Death Star DLC?
Dude, you've been Star Warsing it up this week.
Dude, it is so freaking good. I'm playing that later
What's good about it?
again.
I mean, other than the fact you love Star Wars, everybody knows that, but like, there's a lot of details in this DLC I think are cool. What is some of the stuff you're enjoying?
I think the tipping point for me was being able to actually fly into the Death Star. Like, if you watch Return of the Jedi, it has those parts where the Millennium Falcon actually turns sideways and fly. Like, you can fly through that and see it in detail. I mean, I've been such a fan of Star Wars, like, seeing this come to life, it's a blast. And the new game modes are just awesome. I think it sucks that it had to be all this DLC, you know, to pay basically $120 for it. But if you're able to get it now for like $50, it is a damn good game now. Like, there's a lot of awesome maps. Like, even the stuff with Jabba the Hutt stuff, you battle over this little central like cart thing that moves either way, and it's a really fun mode. So
and plus with all the patches now, the balancing is so much better. They rebalanced all of the Starfighter stuff completely. Like, there's cooldowns for the lock-ons, there's new perks for like the TIE interceptors. It's like a complete overhaul of the fighter stuff. It is a lot of fun.
yeah.
What else are you excited for?
What else is coming out?
I mean, you got Dark Souls 3 DLC, you got Battlefield 1, you got Gwent, you have
Can I pop in here?
Star Wars DLC. Well, we'll see if Joel's done.
Like, right now, I can't think of anything else.
I mean, that's a
but
lot for the
know
rest of the
there
year.
is.
You could be busy until...
That's almost the next month. Is all that is. All
Yeah, I know.
that's-
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything
I mean,
else.
they're only Sony
Hopefully.
exclusives coming out this year, like The Last Guardian, which I'll play one day. It's one of those games like...
Oh, that's true. Last Guardian December, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming out at some point.
Last Guardian. I mean, that will be an absolute day one buy.
Really?
I'll probably play the whole thing in one straight day.
Do you want to
Yeah,
wait and see if it works and is good?
It's freaking. It's that game, man. Like, Shadow of the Colossus and Ico are like my top favorite games.
But it's
ever.
been like
It's
10
incredible.
years since they made a game, though. You want to wait and see if it works?
A Shadow of the Colossus took like 6 years to make too. It was a really long time in development too. So.
All right. All right.
No, I'm not. I'm not waiting a day for that.
Okay. Dave, what about you?
Joel's not super pumped for it, but I think Mafia 3 comes out like next week.
Oh, Watch Dogs 2. Totally forgot it.
Oh,
Watch
yeah,
Dogs. Yeah, and actually, I've kind of flip-flopped on Watch Dogs. I really enjoyed the first one, but I'm not sure if it's just because the first Watch Dogs came out in kind of like a vacuum of open world like games, like city games. We have GTA 5 now, which I'm almost done with. So I don't know. Like I'm a little excited for Watch Dogs. I did really enjoy the original. I'm just cautious about my enthusiasm. But Mafia 2, I loved that game. I kind of want to go back and play it again. The setting, the story, it was just great. A terrible ending. The story had the dumbest ending. Just don't finish it. It's a great game. Just don't finish it. Mafia 3, though, new setting looks good. The new world is even like bigger, and there's actually more stuff to do in the open world. Whereas in the second game, as cool as the world was, it was just kind of background for driving back and forth between missions. So I have no idea when I'm gonna play it. That's where I am. Games that have come out that I would like to play, and I have no idea when I will play. All this fall, basically. Deus Ex, I want to play it really bad. Forza actually looks quite good, and I was enjoying playing that at Jeremiah's last night. What else have I missed?
Forza looks amazing.
I've almost forgotten about the Nuka-Cola DLC because I'm still finishing Far Harbor from May, but that's still really good too. So there's that. So many good games.
Battlefield 1 comes out in what, 3 weeks?
I'm sorry, which version would you like?
That's true.
It comes out on the 13th, the 18th, and the 21st.
Dave, there's a new cheapest way to get Battlefield 1. Chris was telling me last night, Wolfie, that you can actually do the Prime game deal and pre-order a boxed copy off Amazon for $48. So it looks like that's what I'll be doing.
Will that come on the 18th, not the 21st?
I have no idea. I wouldn't pay $20 extra for that version anyway, so I would be getting the version that showed up on the 21st.
In that case, see you then.
Have fun beta testing the server crashes for the first 3 days for the rest of us.
Oh, don't worry. I will.
Debbie.
I'm actually looking right now.
Yeah, since Dave's preoccupied. Debbie, there's one big game that you're excited for this fall. What game is that?
Freaking Skyrim Special Edition. Oh my gosh. Like, you don't even know. Remember that first time you hopped into Skyrim and you're like, dude, this is going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking dragons and like it's slay dragons.
It's
and
snowing.
I get this horse that can climb mountains like endlessly no matter what, and it's snowing. Well, this comes with like brand new shaders for water and snow, Dave. Brand new
You
lighting.
have my attention.
Like basically like you sit down with the mods that you can install and you're like, oh, I want this ENB, it looks sweet, but you like install it and you get 2 frames a second. It's unplayable. Well, not any longer. You can play it and it's gonna look amazing, and I'm so excited. Oh my gosh.
Now, I have a question for you, Debbie. Mm-hmm. So it took you a while to get into The Witcher 3. About a year of me and Dave and Joel talking about it nonstop.
That
and
took a while.
specifically me and Dave trying to convince you to try it. But once you got into The Witcher 3, you got in hard and you put some ridiculous Geralt time in. But you kind of finished all that up recently. So do you think you're ready to hop back into such a big RPG like Skyrim?
Absolutely. I need like a constant RPG in my life.
Are you gonna try to go for a complete playthrough again?
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh, cool.
Especially with all like the DLC I had. Like I downloaded all the DLC as soon as it came out on Skyrim because I was like, yes, more. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be weird after playing Witcher though, because like I'm used to the mechanics of Witcher now, just because I've plopped like 300-400 hours in it. But
Plop.
That's her butt hitting the chair every night as soon as work was over.
So proud.
So going back to like something that's not as like polish. I don't know if they're going to polish the animations or anything.
I wouldn't count on it.
I think
Bethesda.
it's just graphics.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's still
But
going to be a
yeah.
little bit of a wonky engine, but the graphics being better should be really cool. I'm excited
Yeah.
to try it out.
But I don't know if this counts as fall, but I know in the future I'm really excited for Cyberpunk 2077. Like,
That's probably like spring of 2018 if
Yeah.
we're lucky. Yeah.
but I'm still
Please.
hype about it. The hype is real.
Keep bringing it, Poland.
So that means we could potentially be seeing maybe part of it E3 next year.
Yeah.
I'd say that would be the earliest we'd see anything, I think. Just they're working on it hardcore right now,
Yeah.
but I mean, honestly, I kind of hope they don't show it until like 6 months before it comes out. That would be
Yeah,
fantastic.
that would be
Because they showed Witcher like over a year before release. 2 years before release, Dave? When was that first trailer?
No. Witcher trailer started in like 2012.
Ugh.
They started way early.
Yeah.
Because the game was delayed for, I think, in total, like 14 or 15 months.
Oh, yeah, and that's why people were so mad at those trailers. It's a good lesson in don't show the game too early because they really just put together a lot of concept stuff and they showed the trailers and then a lot of people took that to mean this is what the game will be in 3 years. And that's why a lot of people were upset at certain stylistic decisions that were changed was because that wasn't actually the game at all, which is the case with a lot of E3 demos.
I actually did some work in that version of Red Engine from Witcher 2, and you can actually see in the original trailers some of the like mosaic fading and stuff from the Witcher 2's version of the engine, and like you can tell in the trailers when they finally changed like engine versions to the new one, like all the lighting was different, the pop-in was different. So yeah, like the first one was like, hey, here's all these ideas in like a linear pathway animation in the old engine for a trailer. But I wouldn't say no to a Cyberpunk trailer.
And Debbie,
Yes.
you got a little time before Skyrim comes out, so if I can convince you to play anything else before then, it'll be the BioShock collection.
Oh, it's already on my list. Don't worry.
All right, it should be in
Yeah.
it should be on your hard drive is what it should be.
Well, it's
It's
in
be
my
in your heart.
it is in my heart. But we should be seeing a cinematic trailer for Skyrim Special Edition soon.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Ooh.
And when's the release? Is it November?
October 28th.
Oh,
so
okay,
1
that's-
month from tomorrow.
You have time.
Golly,
You
so
could
much
totally
good
you
comes
could
out
totally
soon.
beat at least BioShock Infinite before.
Oh
then.
yeah, I'll download it later. Maybe.
Joel, you look so shocked. It was like you're like your face. You're just like, there's so much. Like,
I know
Because
There's
there's
not enough.
also-
There's not enough
I'm thinking
time.
of the future because I'm thinking January, February,
I'm
like
thinking
Mass
of the
Effect.
future.
Joel, did you ever even mention Dark Souls DLC?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you did,
did. Yeah,
yeah.
I know.
Okay.
Like
I
that's
guess I just
all I'll be
blanked out.
playing for that month. So as soon as Dark Souls 3 DLC comes out, me and John are back
Joel-
together, and that's
Joel,
it.
what if we get behind in like the Gwent leaderboards because of Dark Souls? Are you gonna let that happen?
What a
And then
work
what
day.
happens
got
with Star
extra
Wars?
Dave, work is for Gwent. Home is for Dark Souls.
Grunt time.
Now, Joel, there's something you've forgotten. And frankly,
forget?
I'm a little bit disappointed. PlayStation VR.
Oh my!
Camera froze.
I forgot about that. Oh gosh, yeah, I know.
Wow,
Dude,
that is
his face.
My
serious
My
hype.
birthday's on the
Look at
12th.
him.
I think his
I
computer
think I'm gonna
exploded.
take. I'm gonna take the 13th off. I think I'm
Joel,
gonna
are you
just.
still here?
What?
That face. Could someone take a screenshot
you see
of
me?
that, please?
Yeah, I'm taking a screenshot. This is amazing.
Oh my
Joel's
God.
camera froze.
I don't think Joel's here anymore, guys.
Can you not see me?
The hype was too real.
Guys, can you hear me?
It
That
melted
is
down.
great.
There he is.
Can you hear me?
Uh,
Guys. Hello?
It might
Hello?
be the storm.
it's not really storming here yet.
It is. It's not
Oh,
thundering.
man.
It's just serious rain.
That's getting screenshotted.
I don't think Joel's back yet.
There he is drinking
Are
LaCroix.
you back, Joel?
Okay, that was weird because I was hearing you guys saying everything and I couldn't talk back to you guys.
That's interesting.
Dave was
Your
saying
hype
getting a
was too much.
screenshot of me or something like that, and like, guys, I'm here. Yeah,
So, Joel-
it was raining pretty bad a little bit ago, but my internet didn't go out or nothing.
Now, PlayStation VR. Are you still going to try to get one within the launch window?
Oh, I'm getting on the 13th in the morning.
Oh, you're just
I'm
going
gonna
to
go
try to
out.
drive to a couple stores and see if you can find it?
Yep.
Is it a midnight
Yep.
release?
I'm gonna find out. I don't think it's midnight. I don't think I have to go out at midnight to get it.
Oh, it's the
but I'm
13th.
gonna-
I'll be gone. I can't go with you.
I appreciate it though. But I am gonna plan to probably get up at like 5 a.m. and just drive around, see if I can get one.
I was thinking I need to go with you to be your enforcer. Like, so you can beat your way past all the other PlayStation nerds.
But yeah, I'm excited. I want to get the Batman game, and I want to get. I think it's called Here We Lie. That looks awesome and terrifying.
What about Eve Valkyrie? You play some of that?
Nah.
Nah, not your thing.
No, not really. I want like I guess going for like more of the like slower, I'd say immersive games, like where you walking around exploring, kind of like Soma. Like I'm looking forward to those kind of games.
And then in November is the PlayStation 4 Pro. So are there any games you're planning on going back and revisiting once you have your Pro? Now, that's a little bit unfair to ask because right now there aren't a ton of games that are confirmed to be getting updates for it.
The ones I'm hoping, I mean, I hope Star Wars gets an update. I think that's a big enough game that I think they would probably update that. But I'm hoping Star Wars Battlefront does. And Deus Ex. So if I'm not finished with Deus Ex by then, that'll be a kind of a fun treat to have updated. That's all I kind of really think of right now. And Watch Dogs 2. I'm excited to play Watch Dogs 2 as in the updated version or whatever.
Will Skyrim be updated for VR?
I think it'll
I don't know.
for VR. Oh, they haven't announced anything for that, have they?
Oh, I am curious if the PlayStation 4 Pro would be able to have the Fallout 4 VR potentially whenever they get done.
Ooh.
I don't know, who knows? I don't know if that system, even if they dumbed it down a little bit, if they could get it to 60 to be able to have enough to do the reprojection thing to play it. Because
Does anyone know if Geralt
I don't think it would.
VR?
No, they've
No,
said they've said that they're not doing a PlayStation 4 Pro patch, which means they're probably not planning VR support either. Because
I kind of hope they still will. I kind of hope they still will.
They could just be doing
Yeah.
the CDPR thing and not talking about it. But I think they're kind of all hands on deck on Cyberpunk. And even if they don't do anything, it's still an incredible game that everyone will remember well. So it's not like they're obligated to go back and do it. But it would be nice if they did.
That would be a cool surprise to have that.
What
Like,
they're
I was-
obligated to do is to give me more Geralt.
Yeah.
So I don't want any patches.
always.
I want more.
Did you see that CD Projekt Red hired the game production person of Rockstar North?
I saw that. And they hired the writers or gameplay people from Quantum Break as well.
Yep. So
got
they're
some
on
money.
full tilt with this game. They ain't joking around.
Dave, is there
Amazing.
anything else you're
Hype.
looking forward to this fall, Dave? I think we covered all your stuff.
No, I mean the usual suspects, but I'm also just really enjoying the stuff that's come out this year. Like Arma 3 expansion's out, and the mods are finally updating, and we're having tons of fun in that. I'm still having an absolute blast in Fallout, and like Joel keeps insisting, I probably do have hundreds of hours of just exploring Fallout, let alone building things in it. So that's going to be installed for a long ways to come.
I did forget one game that's coming out, or at least the beta of it. Isn't DayZ beta coming out this fall? By the end of this year, Dave?
No.
I kind of remember hearing about that like 3 years ago that it was coming out.
Coming out in 2014, I think it was. Sorry, Joel, it's the wrong fall. You got that messed up.
My bad. We got to go
Hey
back in
Joel,
time.
when can I start hyping for Norman?
Oh!
When's that coming out?
Oh!
I mean, production always just goes as like totally expected. It's not nothing that ever comes up that's like slows it down or yeah.
Well, the 4 million that I've put into the project, of course, would be done quick.
I mean, he's got to go
Yeah.
back and adapt the whole thing for 3D now. So
yeah. Well, we erased Norman and replaced it with the Nicolas Cage. So
Oh,
that took a
yes.
long
I mean, Joel,
time.
no offense to Steven, he's an awesome dude. If you get the chance to replace him with Nicolas Cage, you have to do it. Nicolas Cage, can you play a 25-year-old? Of course.
I'll play anything you want.
All right. So the biggest game I was looking forward to this fall is Forza Horizon 3, and it's already come out, and we'll talk about that in a minute in What Are You Playing This Week. So I'm kind of done with Deus Ex. I got about halfway through. I played enough that I enjoyed it well enough, but it wasn't different enough from the first game, and the story wasn't doing it for me, and there was a bunch of other things I wanted to play, so I got about halfway through. I might go back at some point, but I'm kind of done with that. But I am tentatively excited for Battlefield 1. I think there's probably 30 or 40 hours of multiplayer fun in there before inevitably patches in the community go south.
We
Dave,
gotta make it another Battlefield 3. We gotta make it another Battlefield 3. It's gonna be there. It's gonna do it.
We'll do that, if it's good.
Dave, I'm there for you.
Now,
I'm there
guys,
for you.
here's another game that nobody has mentioned that I keep forgetting is actually coming out this year. Titanfall 2.
Oh yeah.
I don't
I'm
know
not-
when. I don't
I'm
know
not
when.
gonna-
I loved Titanfall.
It's like I would really enjoy playing it, but I don't know when.
Exactly.
I do want to play the single player campaign. I've been hearing actually some pretty interesting reviews on that.
I'll
or
have to
just,
get it
like-
to do a review. Everybody just borrow my Origin account and play the single player, and then if the multiplayer is awesome, we can all get it later on a sale or something. Maybe I don't know, but
It's one of those things where I think Call of Duty multiplayer is freaking amazing, but no one else is going to play with me. So I think even
Not
if
on PS4,
one of us
no.
gets Titanfall, no one else is really going to play it.
That's the thing.
I just don't think we're going to play. We're not going to play it consistent enough that it's worth getting. That's
because
the thing.
Battlefield 1 is coming out. That's probably true.
Yeah.
If they
Yeah.
if they had waited and put Titanfall 2 out in the spring, I think
They should have done that.
it would have been a smart idea. But I don't know. I'm actually a little bit concerned about Titanfall 2 because last time it was the matchmaking and patches that broke the game and then people stopped playing it. And this time I'm worried it might just be the other more hyped games that are coming out. Not only is Battlefield 1 coming out, Modern Warfare Remastered is coming out, which people are a lot more excited for that than they are Infinite Warfare. It actually took me a second to remember what the new Call of Duty is called. But you know that for multiplayer, Joel, you want to hop in and play some Call of Duty multiplayer, I would be much more down to get the Modern Warfare 4 remaster and do some multiplayer of that with you.
I would love that.
But yeah, so that's coming out. Yeah, other stuff this fall. Like I'll play Gwent with you guys, but I'm not really looking forward to that as a standalone thing for me. Like it'll be fun to play with you guys, but I'm not looking to climb the leaderboards or anything. But honestly,
Debbie, are you going to try it since it's free?
I might. I actually never played it in the game. Like I played it once just through
You
the
should try it
tutorial.
sometime with us. That'd be fun. I
Oh,
wonder
Dave,
if you
don't give me
just
that
enjoy
look.
it.
it's
Stop
decent.
it.
It's decently
No.
fun.
I
I
Debbie.
can't help it. I can't help it.
Debbie, I'm with you. I play it sometimes, like in the game, and it's fun. I play it with Dave when he has the board. Like it's fun, but I don't like feel the hunger.
I might feel the hunger. That's the thing.
What's
like
the
it's
line from
feral
Batman
hunger.
versus Superman? The hunger,
mooses.
the burning, the sickness. But yeah, Forza Horizon 3 is the game that was most looking forward to this fall. So it's okay with you guys if we transition into what are you playing this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, could someone start? Well, I go grab a LaCroix. I'm so thirsty.
But you already had a LaCroix.
I know. I need another one. I'm
Okay,
so
all right, go for it.
Just go ahead.
I'll talk about Forza. So Forza Horizon 3 was the game I was probably most excited for this fall. To the point that I think Gran Turismo Sport is coming out this spring, maybe. I'm not excited at all for Gran Turismo Sport. I'm probably not even going to play it. And I used to be a
Ouch.
huge Gran Turismo fan. It's not because I think it's going to be bad, but it's because Turn 10 and Playground Studios are delivering what I want. Gran Turismo is going to take 4 years after the console's launch to be out, and it's going to be super analytical and technically more accurate. But just like our discussion on Sims last week, all that technical accuracy is great, but if you can dial that back 10% and make the game more accessible and fun, I like that more. And the thing I love about the Forza games is there's a wide range. So the actual numbered Forza games are fantastic for that sim experience. You can turn all the assists off, you can crank everything up, and it is a pretty decent like casual sim racer, but it's hard enough that it'll be hard for most people who aren't like iRacing fans or something. But the Horizon series is less of a analytical car game and more of a celebration of car culture and the positive parts of car culture. It's a celebration of we all love cars. It doesn't matter what type of cars you want. If you want to drive a Land Rover through a vineyard at top speed, if you want to off-road a Bugatti Veyron, if you want to go drifting like in a station wagon, you can do that. And the game just wants you to do it. Like you can do what they want you to do, or you can just go exploring. And after Horizon 2 was such a huge hit, especially with the exploring, Joel, you need to come over here and play it, man. They have blown it out of the park for Australia. The game is so ridiculously good looking on the Xbox and the PC. Like on the Xbox One, it's almost unreal how good they've made it look on Xbox. On PC, it's one of those games like I talk about frequently. The reason I like 4K and 1440p and the reason I like PC is it lets you see so much more of what the developers put into the game. Because a lot of the times they make these incredible assets, but they sometimes have to be dumbed down for one system or the other, and then you don't really see everything they've worked on. Now the Xbox One version looks awesome, but dude, at 4K, you can see the rubber boots around the axles articulating as you fly over bumps. You can see drops of water drying on the outside of the car after you've gone through a river. Like the detail is incredible.
Dave's looking lovingly at you.
Joel,
Mom
I
version.
played it for like 20 minutes. I ran through a puddle and just did this. I was like, everybody was like, watch the raindrops like evaporate. I was like, ooh, like it got like right up in front of the screen.
Yeah, Joel, he was
You
like,
see
he was
everything.
played it like John.
I
if he
kind of
didn't
wish
have
I
his
had an
glasses on.
Xbox right now for that.
But yeah, Joel, you need to come over and see it. It's just the level of care and love they put into the cars and the upgrades and the whole game world, it's amazing. I mean, the world is huge. It's fun. You can dial the experience from pretty casual arcade racer all the way up to pretty difficult to drive sim based on what you do with stuff. And it's incredible. Like it's so far, it's everything I wanted. Now, you shouldn't pre-order games. I kind of have to buy them on launch day a lot of the times for YouTube channel stuff, but the channel pays for them, so it's okay. It works. It evens itself out. But people on PC who are considering getting it, don't yet. Now, if you already own one console, buy it and play it on Xbox, and of course, they'll give you the PC version for free if you buy digital. But it has not had a super smooth PC launch. On a technical level, it works all right.
Surprise.
Well, it's the second Xbox Play Anywhere game. It came on the heels of a major Windows 10 update to make room for it. It's kind of the ground floor of this whole Xbox Play Anywhere thing. And since they're being very responsive and talking to the community, I'm willing to be a little more lenient because it's obvious that they're trying. This is just kind of a big new world. But there's a problem I've had on the Xbox, and I also had this problem on Forza Horizon 2. Connecting to your friends and being able to play with them sometimes just doesn't work. And again, that was a problem on Xbox One as well. So I think it's a developer thing. They've always been a little bit rough on that, but they are working on that. But on a technical level, there are a lot of people online complaining that they feel like their rigs should be able to run the game better than they can. And that's a lot of people not understanding the difference between a closed track game like Forza Apex and a wide open several 100-kilometer game, or I don't know, several 50, 60 square kilometer game like Horizon 3 with that added detail. It requires a very, very demanding computer to run at awesome settings. And a lot of people are unhappy with that, but also certain combinations of hardware are having some inconsistency and other things. So it's not all smooth sailing for now, but I'm going to give it a few days and see. It's still like none of that's game breaking, at least for me. I'm able to hop in and play it just fine. I just can't. Last night we weren't able to play with friends, but the core gameplay is really, really awesome, and I am really enjoying it. And so this is the first Xbox Play Anywhere game. Very pleasantly surprised by how seamless that worked. I had to fire up a render on my computer. I was like, but I want to play Forza. So I just swivel to the Xbox, turn it on. I boot up the game. It just downloads like 10 seconds of downloading, and then it picks up right where I left off, and I just keep playing. So
that's cool.
That's really awesome.
I hope that comes to the PS4 sometime. Like that kind of back and forth between a PC or something like that. I would love that.
It would be nice, but I think as long as they're the biggest selling console, I don't think they'll worry about it probably. But it would be nice. Now, the other thing I've been playing is the BioShock remasters. I had to play them for the Potato Masher videos, but I've gone back and played each of them for another couple hours. Enough to kind of remember and get a feel for the game and everything. I don't really want to beat them again right now. I want to wait longer and do that. But BioShock Infinite, I think, is still my favorite. The setting and the music are just amazing. By the time this podcast is out, you can go watch all 3 of those videos on my channel if you want to see the differences between the remasters and stuff. I think if you're on PC, you don't need to get the remasters. Some stuff's better, some stuff's worse. It's kind of like a nice free bonus, though, so you might as well check it out, especially if you're on Windows 10. They fixed some issues where the old versions of the games didn't work that well in Windows 10 for BioShock and BioShock 2. But if you're on PS4 or Xbox and you didn't play them, or you only played them on Xbox 360 or something, this is a great time to go back and get them. The collection, it's a great deal. 3 awesome games with the DLC for $60. 2 discs, plays really awesome. They're just as good as they were back in 2007, 9, and 2011 or whenever they came out. So you should definitely go check those out if you haven't. Dave, what have you been playing?
Games, the magic.
A lot of Star Wars, thanks to Joel. Yeah, it's mainly been Star Wars, a little bit of Arma, and a little bit of Fallout this week. I've been setting Witcher aside for like a recording binge. I want to do like 2 or 3 hours of the main quest in like 1 hour chunks.
Dave, would you enjoy building stuff if you could build stuff in Star Wars Battlefront? Like your own maps? Like if they gave you the whole map editor?
Yeah, I mean, I've always enjoyed making stuff for games. Basically, any game that has a like development kit, I've at least like looked around in it, like almost every single one. The Crisis, the old Battlefields. Yeah.
Is it all?
Time for Debbie?
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
Wait, she's
not
already.
a whole lot different going on this week. Star Wars is definitely a lot of fun. Performance issues a little bit on PS4, but My heart sees me through it because I hear Joel squealing in my ears. Oh, minor rant moment. The Astros A50s. I got a free set a few years back, and I say it like 10 times a year. I am really glad I didn't pay $350 for them because the volume slider just stops working occasionally, and so I'll like sit down at the PS4 to be like, I'm just gonna hop in and play some games, and then I turn on my headset, and everything is like at 3% volume, and you can't change it, and so that's how it works. So you let the battery die, and then maybe next time it'll work. Maybe it won't. About 1/4 of the time now, the volume slider is just non-functional. So if you look online, apparently you can like take them apart and reseat the switch, but the amount of issues I've had with those Astros is unbelievable for how much they cost. Yeah.
Debbie, what about you? What you been playing?
A little bit of Armo with you guys every week. That's always fun.
Dabbling in them dark arts.
And I haven't been playing much besides that. GTA when we hop on like once a month now.
Hey, organize it. You're in
judgment.
charge.
Your 600 hours slowly cooling down.
Well, the thing is, I'm like, Skyrim.
The biker DLC comes out next week.
Yeah,
We can start
October
a-
8th.
we can
so
start a gang.
excited. Yep, we're definitely going to be doing that. So I might roll a mission or a play night before that. I watched John play this interesting game last night called Unbox. And it was surprisingly good. And I'm probably going to buy it. It's basically a box simulator. You are a box. And it kind of reminds me of like the 90s games like Banjo-Kazooie, where you just like play around like an open world and play missions and you roll around and stuff. But it was surprisingly happy and just there was no like negative consequences. There was happy music the whole time. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best. So yeah. And if you go on the Steam store and look at it, like you can get a free trial of it if you want to look at it. And there's multiplayer, Joel.
Yeah, John was telling me about that today.
Yeah, he
It looks
really
pretty
wants to
awesome.
play it. Yeah, it looks amazing. Like I was surprised. It came out the 7th of this month, and I haven't even heard about it. It wasn't even on my radar, so I might pick it up next payday. So yeah. It's like the Goat Simulator, but you're a box. Kinda.
Payday's tomorrow.
Joel, what have you been playing? I mean, Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Freaking Star Wars.
Star Wars and real Gwent with Dave.
Do we need to ask?
every day?
Oh, dude, how much Gwent have we played since you got back from vacation?
I know. I have a list here of how much we've actually played.
No, don't share that. All right, share that.
We played like 40 games in the last like 3 weeks.
That sounds about right.
It is now time.
Oh, can I do one add-on?
Come
'Cause
on.
No.
Oh my
the
god, I was
transition.
so far into it. All right.
I made a huge mistake, guys. I want to apologize that I made it through almost the entire "What have you been playing this week?" section. Jeremiah was almost about to take us out without mentioning the fact that I played 2 hours of the real Gwent.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The stress test was this week, and apparently we can talk about it, and it was amazing. The second time, I spent my entire lunch break playing. I played 5 rounds total. I tried all 4 of the decks, Skellige, Monsters, Northern Realms, and Scoia'tael. And I picked it up instantly. Like, there's tons of more effects cards, because with it being a like fully digital game, they can do things like, this card modifies this, but only if this is happening, and then this over here. I was worried it was going to be like a little bit too much on the modifier stuff. Like, it was going to get away from the core gameplay of, you got the 10 cards, you have to like almost play a game of chicken of like, when are you gonna just like lose the round on purpose and have more for the next one. But I was really surprised to see that like the core game mechanics were not only in place, but the new stuff complemented it so well. All 4 of the decks were tons of fun to play as, and brag time, I went 5-0. 2 of those were forfeits. They just rage quit the match after like the first 2 rounds. Because I was telling Joel, the stuff we've learned, like the importance of the first round and like passing too early and like fake out strategies where you'll play a weather card and act like you're about to do a certain strategy on a certain row, and the whole purpose is just like a total distraction move. They were not prepared for such advanced tactics, Joel. They were not ready.
Ooh, they have no idea what's about to happen to them.
And I think I had mentioned last week that we were trying to get Joel set up with like my computer here at home with like a TeamViewer remote connection so he could play. So he logs in during the stress test to play. But because the new game has so many animations going on, like the connection was like 2 FPS because like everything has like dust haze and light beams and then everything's kind of moving around. So TeamViewer was just chugging. Joel, you were just like so disappointed that you couldn't play. I did feel a little bit bad though because it was like the second round. I was in the middle of the match and Joel's like, I don't think it's gonna work. Like it's really laggy. I was like, yeah, all right. I was just I wasn't even listening.
Dave, I was being nice, but deep down inside, I was so angry at you.
I know you were.
But I understand. It was mutual. It would be the same exact thing the other way.
You would have done it to me.
Except
so
you have a gun.
Joel, why don't you just dual boot Windows? Why don't you just use Boot Camp on your Mac so you can just switch over and play some
I would, but I have like 26 gigs left, so I don't have enough.
Joel, buddy, you need to get like a respectable amount of storage in your computer, man.
Okay, I told Dave, I said, how much are like netbooks if it can run Gwen? you know it's gone too far. When I'm thinking about getting an actual Gwent laptop.
Could you just request one from work since you're using your personal laptop for actual work stuff?
Well, we might be getting some like MacBook Airs or not MacBook Pros and stuff like that, so they might have enough space to turn into a Gwent book.
Please, Joel, please, if it doesn't work, please buy like a little netbook for Gwent.
I mean,
Joel, all we gotta do
some cheap laptops.
All we gotta do
right?
is go on Craigslist, get one, pop an SSD in it. It'll be super fast. My
Joel,
brother,
I have a laptop like sitting and collecting dust.
I only need to borrow it for as long. I only need to borrow it until it. They're definitely gonna have to make it for Mac as well. I doubt they're not gonna do that because, I mean, yeah. So if I could just at least borrow one until then, that would.
My brother just found an i5 Toshiba in a dumpster and it works great.
Oh, lucky bastard!
It's Windows 10 and everything.
Okay, I'm done.
All right, it's news time. News time.
All right.
News time.
So as we know, Ubisoft was taking a year off from Assassin's Creed this year, and we all thought that was a pretty generally favorable plan because they've put out so many of them. It's kind of hard to keep up with the series unless you're a diehard fan. And a lot of people felt like they were starting to become a little bit bland. Not that they're bad games, but they were definitely putting them out every year, and that's been the death of many a good franchise. Well, Ubisoft VP of Editorial, Tommy Francois, I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, he spoke to IGN, and this was an extremely candid little clip he gave them. He said, both Assassin's Creed and Far Cry 4 are undergoing close scrutiny during development with a very particular goal in mind. Francois said, I'll tell you what, we believe alpha for these games needs to be 1 year before release. We're trying to achieve that. That's super effing blunt. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this. That's the goal we're going for.
I love that.
Alpha 1 year before, more quality, more polish. So if this means biting the bullet and not having an Assassin's Creed game or a Far Cry 2017, F it. That was very impressive. Because those are two franchises. They could sell a couple million every year for at least a few more years if they didn't put the effort into it. But, as much as we will give any developer crap when they do stuff wrong, I think it's just as important to acknowledge when people are trying to do stuff right, which is like why I'm being a little bit lenient on Microsoft for Xbox Play Anywhere not having the smoothest rollout. I think it's an awesome program, and I want to support them. This makes me respect Ubisoft a little more than a lot of their games have in the last couple of years. It shows that there are people at the core there who really do like games and who really do want to make good games, and they are listening to their community. Now, we'll see what actually happens with the games, but I think this is an awesome thing. So, good on them. Dave.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
What you got, Dave?
Ooh, first up, Cyberpunk 2077 could feature a huge living city and seamless multiplayer, Joel.
Oh, what?
Yeah, man.
Which means that Witcher 4 might have multiplayer. Like if it just has co-op.
Oh.
Dave, that's a pretty big reach.
I went there immediately.
This unannounced.
I would go there too.
I'm right there with you, Dave.
This
I'm
unannounced,
right beside you.
game might have.
Shut
a
up,
feature
Jeremiah.
that
We're happy.
hasn't been
Hype guess.
confirmed
Hype
for
guess.
next
The
year.
world run, Jeremiah. Not hype. Hope.
Unsubstantiated hype. Unsubstantiated hype.
Join the train. Pre-order everything.
We're here to be disappointed, probably.
EA. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Whoa. All right.
Too
Mood
far.
ruined. Yeah, so basically they've applied for a couple of patents for a complex technology for making unique multiplayer gameplay mechanics, including the ability to search out for opponents. Essentially, they're patenting a unique sounding open world dynamic multiplayer matchmaking something. So exciting.
All right, Dave, is this next news item yours or is that Joel's?
It is just very brief. Firewatch, which I still have not finished.
We'll say that was mine because I didn't find one. I did send that to Dave.
It's true.
Then Joel, why don't you talk about it?
Firewatch, the game. No, Dave, you got it. He looks so excited.
No, please take my news that
I was actually, I was not pissed to hear about this. Like, I was excited, but I was a little down because Dave and I have a amazing short film idea that we have planned that we want to do that's a little bit like this. If we ever can get around to doing it.
It would be pretty unique.
Joel,
It would be amazing.
It needs to be a Casual Shenanigans original.
I think we can make it happen.
dude,
There's only two parts that really
It's the
hard.
fall. It's the fall. It's the perfect time of year. We can hang all the other ideas up. If you want to do this, I am all in. Let's do this idea. If you want to make it happen this fall.
All right, let's make it happen.
All right, we'll talk about it later.
No, more costumes to buy.
We have Patreon money for that.
Oh yeah.
There's blood in the water now.
Sorry, go ahead. So Joel, Firewatch is being made into what? Joel, are you Googling stuff for this thing you want to make now? All right, Dave, can you do the news item, please?
Okay, yeah,
Somebody.
we still haven't said what it actually is. Firewatch is going to be a movie.
Thank you.
And I really can't comment much more than that because I haven't finished the game yet after 6 months.
That's very affordable, Joel.
I know.
Yeah, but the dialogue was, I mean, it was glorious in the part I've played so far. Like, it's easily film quality dialogue, super fun. So a film could be excellent.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good fit for a movie. Actually, Debbie, that's another game if you're looking for something to fill a couple hours before Skyrim. Mm-hmm. Firewatch could be a fun, like, it's not really a game in the conventional sense. I think the setting and the art and everything, yeah, and the voice acting, the music, oh man, that opening is amazing.
I thought I was doing BioShock.
You can do both of them. Firewatch is
Oh
like,
my God.
it's 3 hours.
Okay.
It's one evening.
Do you have it?
It should be one evening.
Joel's PS4 account has it.
Oh, okay, got it.
Where did I get the PC version? I borrowed that from Dave.
Joel's
I think.
PS4 account is a slut.
It really is. It's like everywhere.
I think it kind of petered out towards the end, and if they were going to change anything, I think they could probably rewrite the ending.
That doesn't work because I'm wearing
saying it.
headphones.
A lot of people loved it. Joel really liked it all the way to the end, didn't you, Joel?
No spoilers.
I did.
Yeah,
No spoilers.
it's a little bit of a polarizing ending, Dave. Not like it's super dramatic. You know, they're not going to be like, and it was all aliens. But I just feel like for a game, the story was really good all the way through. If they're going to do it as a movie, I think they might need to brush up a few things. But I would actually, I know this is kind of a long stretch. I'd like to see if there was some way to film it to kind of preserve that art style.
I would say they should make it in the style of Cloverfield, the new one, Cloverfield Lane.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh gosh, dude, it's so good. When
Joel,
you see it, you'll know
there are
exactly
like
what I mean.
15 movies. We just need to have like 1 week
I
where
know.
they're like, quit your jobs. We're watching movies this week. All of it. We're catching
busy
up.
making
wanna
content.
I want to watch Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade too. I've got it on Blu-ray.
Bring it
I wanna
over.
Watch that on the big screen.
Bring it over. It'll be fun.
Gosh, I need to just take a vacation for a week just to watch movies.
I'm kind of right there with you.
Kind of sounds awesome.
That
Now-
sounds like amazing.
Now, Debbie,
Movie every night.
you have the last news item.
I do.
What is it?
Apparently, No Man's Sky is under investigation in the UK for false advertising of the game. Enough people complained to the Advertising Standard Authority that the commercials and the ads and the videos they put out has not been consistent with the actual gameplay.
Which is kind of true.
Yeah, unfortunately. I haven't played the game, so I can't speak to it, but I know Jeremiah can. And what
Isn't-
was advertised is not there.
It's
Isn't
not a
that
bad
original
game.
trailer, Jeremiah? Like the like announcement trailer, which like all the space battles and stuff. Isn't that still on the Steam store page too?
I'm not sure if it's still on the page, but that trailer is pretty much 100% hopes and dreams. It's not a bad game, but there's little doubt it is not the game that they advertised. So yeah, it's kind of interesting.
So
Also,
Yeah.
there's a good PC Gamer article from a week or two ago that said the developers of No Man's Sky need to start talking again because
this is true.
their last tweet was launch week and they haven't said anything. Sean Murray's Twitter is the official Twitter for the game, and they have been completely silent, which for an angry fan base is not the best way to handle stuff like that. And as you guys might have heard on the podcast recently, their concurrent players have dropped to Battlefield Hardline levels. So
No.
yeah, it's not great.
Fate worse than
unfortunately.
death.
Yep.
But it's now time for 90 Seconds with Joel, a part of the podcast where Joel reads a page from Chimera.
Oh yay! I love this
Well, boys and girls, we are
bedtime
on
story.
page 61.
This is going to take forever.
And let me just say how many pages there are. There is 324 delicious pages left to go.
Delicious.
So if we can get, I'm hopefully going to be reading a few pages of this in the next couple weeks. I'm trying to read a
A
little
few
bit more to get
pages every
ahead.
couple of weeks. That's pretty good.
Oh, I know. It's all
Real
right.
quick,
Okay.
Joel, I want you to do me a
What?
favor as you're reading. I want you to keep loose track of the time you spend reading it, so at the end, you can look back and say, I spent 26 hours of my life reading this. 26 hours that I will never get back. I want you to keep track, Joel. I'm not kidding. Keep track.
I don't want them back. I don't want them back. Take them, leave them. All right. Page 61. Words came at last, stumbling and rough. I can send something. I'll need to talk to Linda. Screw money. Susanna's eyes were as cold. That's a girl. Susanna's eyes were as cold and hard as the frozen Antarctic sky. She needs you, but you got out, and you're not dumb enough to come back, right? So good for you. But I asked, because Linda calls you sister, Aunt Jewel. Maybe she believes you're her sister, but I guess you know better. See you around. Wait, Jewel said, but the screen had gone black. Damn. What did the brat mean? How could Linda need her? They had gone their separate ways years ago. Sisters. House, place a call, she said, although it was late there. Very late. To Linda Walsh. Accessing. The house went briefly silent, then no real-time response. Do you wish to leave a message? The house probably had only one basic service. If it had service at all, the lines were bad in the burbs. Old telephone lines full of noise. Sounds like my internet last year. Linda could be there right now. Jewel clenched her teeth, suddenly afraid. Afraid that Linda might answer. Afraid of what she might see on her screen. House? Yes. Leave a message. Linda? Jewel drew a deep breath, wanting to look away from the cameras that were recording her face, transmitting across the planet. I haven't heard from you in a long time. Susanna called. She says that Carl is hurt. The words felt so awkward. Rough
Well, when you say them like that, they are going to feel awkward.
rough and lumpy as stones.
Wait, the
Come on.
words were
That-
rough and
What?
lumpy like
the words
stones?
felt so awkward. Rough
Words
and
aren't
lumpy.
lumpy.
As I know.
Or stones.
Listen, call me. I'll take the charge. It's free for me. She lied, remembering Linda's pride. Did she still have it after all those years in the burbs? The words were running out fast. What could she say? Linda, I'm so sorry about Carl. Please call me. House end. Send it. How could Susanna have gotten that old? Jewel covered her face with her hands, staring down at the thick carpeting between her spread fingers. House, accept charges for any messages from Linda Walsh. Forward them to me with
Tripile.
priority interrupt. Understood. The terminal screen darkened. Nothing to do now but wait for Linda to call. Jewel? She flinched at David's touch. She had forgotten he was there. I can't go back. Her words tumbled out, razor-edged. No, that's... Where's all Whoa! What the hell good would it do? Carl hates my guts. I'm not going to comfort him, and Linda doesn't really want me there, fighting with him. She could send money from here. That would do the most good. She needs you, Susanna had said, with her young, so certain, judgmental face.
Wow.
Well, next week it's page 62.
That's all one page?
That's one page.
Ugh.
That's why it takes a long time to read. It just feels like every page lasts forever.
Well, it is now mail time. You can write into...
Mail time!
Sorry, Joel, I forgot. You're on the show this week. I got to let you do your thing. But you can write into casualshenanigans@gmail.com, just like our good friend Quantum did. And he says, I thought I would talk about a space simulation game, following up on last week's simulators topic. I know this is not a real simulator, but Elite Dangerous is as complicated as one, and it tries very hard to make it seem realistic. I have a few friends playing this game, and I taught a good bunch of those people how to play the game, and game tutorials are really crappy. I'm not going to lie, this game is not that simple. It's actually very complicated, and there are many details that you have to know in order to be even decent in this game. And some players have had a very bad time of trying to understand the game and its mechanics. But after you get the basics, this game feels very natural, and many people say this game is incredible, and after that, learning period. So I would guess this game is somewhere in the middle of easy to pick up, and not that easy at all. There are not that many space sims right now, and often for people, this concept is very new. You probably drove a car in some game and you have the basics, but not the skill to drive one in a simulation. But you've never been a commander of a spaceship where you can do whatever you want, no rails included. But after that learning period, this game is just very natural to play, everything seems obvious and simple. This is a game for me where I can find some action if I want to fight. If I want to relax, I'll just do trading or exploring, even though all of those simulation things are still in place for every aspect of this game, it is not a chore. I have a choice between things that need a lot of concentration and those that don't need concentration at all, most of the time, of course. I can launch this game anytime, and compared to games like Arma or racing sims like Dirt Rally, those games are fun, but I need to be concentrated 100% of the time, and when my brain is really dead, those games are not for me at that time. But in Elite, again, I can just trade, explore, or mine, and I can just relax while watching YouTube on my second screen. Most games will not allow me to do that, and they require 100% of my attention, so this game is hard to pick up, and then easy to play, and then hard to master. Just depending on what you do, you can either relax or have hell on earth. So I guess, at least for me, that game is somewhere in between. And we actually heard from a lot of people that Elite Dangerous is a really, really awesome game for just listening to podcasts, watching movies, stuff like that. Because it's a game you can spend a lot of time doing stuff, but you could spend time just relaxing and exploring, which is what a lot of people who enjoy No Man's Sky, that's what they enjoy about it as well.
I have a copy of the game.
Of Elite Dangerous?
Yeah, I bought it. I didn't get it on Steam. I got it through I bought it for the Oculus Rift. And I think I bought it because it was still in, I think, early access. So I think I have it as a standalone, so I'd have to look up my code or anything. But if anyone wants to try it, let me know.
Cool. I might do that. Actually, yeah, because I've been wanting to try it, but I didn't really want to buy it because I've already bought Star Citizen, and I know I'm not going to really play a lot of both. So, yeah, if Steve can find that info, Joel, I'd like to try it. Dave, is there a comment of the week?
There is. I actually made sure. Let me bring it up. I had to save it because before I hype it, let me make sure I actually have it. Oh, I saved it as comment of the year.
Oh my!
Someone had a complete and total breakdown on my We Happy Few video of all things. Just the one episode of like the early access, the first version. I'm just going to dive in with minor censoring. It is a 6-comment train where you'll just watch a former gamer unravel before your very eyes. Comment 1. E3 sucks, okay? You think the developer is making games, but no. He's not the developer of this. Game sucks.
All right, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Second comment. You suck at these games. Another idiot gamer. Third comment. I hate this game. The future, games are shitty.
What?
Fourth comment. These games, all you do is beat each other, do challenges, and kill people. Also, none of this has any punctuation, so the longer comments are just one giant unbroken word vomit.
Gosh.
All you do is beat each other, do challenges, and kill people. That makes this game the worst future games in the world. All you can do is kill people on. We Happy Few like war against each other, piece of trash game, makes sure everyone game is effing boring. I'd try that one again, but that's as close as I'm going to get, I think. That's basically... Fifth comment. In case you forgot, future games are still shit.
I mean, I guess it's cool that he's been to the future and he can let us know.
Sixth comment. I miss PS2 and PS1 games so much more than PC games and PS3 games and Xbox One games. They all suck, including downloading games on the internet is a scam.
All shit.
The end. Like, I don't know what any of that was. Just bleh.
I'm so angry and I don't have a productive way to send this to you.
I just love how the future games are shit comment like popped out near the end again, just in case. Like, wait, did I cover that part already?
In case you thought I was being too lenient on games.
future games, which is funny because it's a dystopian alternate history game, not a future game. I don't know if you understand how that works, but
as we wrap up the podcast tonight, let us know in the comments or with a tweet or an email that might get read on the show, casualshenanigans@gmail.com. Let us know what games are you hyped for. This is not games you're mildly interested in, not games you're going to keep an eye on in case they're okay. What games are you willing to set your objectivity aside and go, no, I just want it. I want it right now. I don't care if it's broken. I don't care if you have to stab somebody to get midnight release. I want to play this game. It's coming out in the next, let's say, between now and February, to allow for the games that inevitably are going to get pushed to the beginning of the year. Let us know. But until next time, you can write into casualshenanigans@gmail.com to be a part of the show. You can tweet at casualshenanigan. You can visit our website, casualshenanigans.com. And you can go check out the description of this video for a variety of other links that you may be interested in, including our community Teamspeak server, which you are welcome to use if you want to play with your friends, and all that other good stuff. Anybody have anything they want to plug before we wrap the show down?
Curious to know who else is planning to get PlayStation VR. Anyone else is going to be joining me on that train?
I mean, I'm not planning on getting it for now because I don't know what I would play on it. Like, it'd be fun to try, but I can just go try it at your house. You know,
this is like my childhood dream.
Right. I think it's.
You guys,
I mean, you know how
I'm gonna need someone to hold my hand as I'm playing Star Wars Battlefront.
I want to come over and film. I want to do a
gosh.
I want to do a podcast segment when you get it. I think it would be really good to do. Like, I'm super excited. You know how much I enjoyed the demo. It's just that right now I don't know what I'm really gonna play seriously.
Oh yeah, that's
so
fine.
I'll just wait. You know, I think for any really cool
you can
games,
enjoy playing the racing games with me when I get it on VR.
I think when like Resident Evil comes out, I'll definitely come over to your house. I want to play that. You know, I want to play some of those games. Star Wars VR, I definitely want to try that out. But yeah,
I got chills thinking. Star Wars.
I'm also.
I wish
One's
I could say I
coming
was
out.
surprised.
I'm a little bit curious. I want to hear
Rogue
also
One.
in the comments whether or not you're getting PSVR. How many of you are planning on getting a PS4 Pro by the end of this year? And if so, why? I'm not judging your decision to do it. I am just curious because there's still a lot of back and forth on the internet about that. So I want to hear what you guys think. But thank you all for coming out. Thank you, fellow co-hosts. And also, we've been keeping these podcasts like pretty dang reasonably paced for the past couple weeks. We're going to try to keep
We're
that
at
going.
1 hour and 2 minutes right now.
Dang it! 1 hour. Joel, you should have given me like a...
Jeremiah, shut up and close it. Close it down.
No, we're doing good.
I know, but we could have been at an hour even. Dude, my dream one day is to see that like 58:36 or something just on the timer. Like, we had time to spare. Follow us on Snapchat at Casual Shenanigans. We love you all. Until next time, don't put the brakes on the shenanigans train.
Choo choo.